What is going on, my bueno people? Thank you so much for coming back to our D&D stream. I know things have been a little bit off. We are on a new campaign. We will be back to DC tomorrow, but we are in the middle of doing our new campaign, which you can probably hear everything. So let me turn that down. You can probably hear everything. But we're on our new campaign, Forgotten Quests. Your boy's playing. I'm not the dungeon master, the man who plays Mr. House in DC. Wyatt, this is all his story. We're in his world, so very excited. I will be eating during the stream because I just got off work. But sit back, relax, grab yourself some popcorn, and watch this brand new intro as we jump into it. Okay. So as stream can see on the screen, we do have a new member. You guys can't see it unless you're watching stream. Jordan, I didn't know what your character looked like yet, so if you if you pull up the stream, you'll see a stand-in picture for you.
Hey, fair enough.
So, Mr. Wyatt, Mr. DM, take it away whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, we're going to give Jordan the same kind of intro that I gave you three.
Okay.
Just to kind of get him caught up a little bit, maybe help you guys digest your burgers a little easier.
Okay.
So, Jordan,
Uh-huh.
your boy Milo, he's just kind of chilling, you know. What's he up to?
Milo.
Not Milo. Oh my God, these names.
I was like, wait.
Sylvia.
My boy Sylvia is
Yeah.
chilling. Like we're
Yeah. What's he doing? Just give me a location, place, thing he's doing. You know, just kind of chilling.
Well, he's at a fair. A fair with his people. And by people, I mean actual regular people. Because he's the only person that he knows like this. And he is playing his flute for the masses. And yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty. Well, as you're up on stage playing your flute, the rest of the band's kind of chugging along, doing their boop 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 boop. You got your carny acts walking around out front. You know, the every so often drunk person in big groups. The way it's kind of set up kind of in the middle of the town. The stage is facing towards the center of the woods. And just recently, which it didn't deter the fairgoers from having this fair, but there was recent like evil activity going on in the woods that required like multiple the attention of multiple guards and knights throughout the area. But that's in the woods. You're on the stage. probably shouldn't affect you too much.
Right.
And as you're playing, you see this girl in the audience, and she looks up at you, and she goes, "I love you, Catman!"
I'm going to play my flute, and with my tail, I'm going to point at her and go, "I love you too, random citizen," and go back.
She immediately faints, falls back into the crowd, and her gal pal hold her up. But as your song is seemingly coming to a close, the ground beneath you starts vibrating very, very violently. So much so that it starts collapsing the buildings throughout the town square. And in the distance, on the stage, you see this purple light shoot through the air as if it's like rupturing from a volcano. And then the ground below you splits open, and a large, like greenish red crystal comes out of the ground and starts creating a mountain. It doesn't hit you, but it forms the crystals around you, freezing you in place with your flute in hand. And then you black out. Since we're not jumping over to anyone else, we're just going to continue with you.
Okay.
It feels like you've only been asleep for maybe 10, 15 minutes. But you notice that your body is being jostled around. And whenever you wake up, you can kind of feel vibrations hitting you. You wake up, and your torso is hanging out of the crystal wall. Your legs are frozen in it still. And there's a bunch of dwarfs surrounding you, chiseling you out.
They're chiseling me out?
Of the mountain, yes.
Okay. I'm assuming I can't move until they get me out.
Your upper torso is free, so you can talk, move your arm and stuff.
You said it's dwarves?
Yeah, dwarves. Little short men, blonde with like their hair is braided. There's a taller one, but taller as in like maybe 3 inches taller than the other ones. He's standing there. He's got an orange like tunic on, and he's kind of standing there looking high and mighty behind 3 other ones that are working on chiseling you out.
I'm gonna say, excuse me, short person. What is this? What's on me?
Oh, hey boss, we've got a live one over here. Did you get reports of any other ones waking up? And the orange one, the orange shirted one, walks over and he's like, why did it have to be a cat? Okay, boys, hurry up and get this one out. The king just sent word that the other 3 are already at the castle, so this one's gonna need to get there post haste. And a few more dwarfs like come around you and start like working faster to get you specifically chiseled out. Oh, by the way, Catman or whatever you are, you're
The
part of
name
a.
is Sylvia.
Oh, a bit feisty for us to help you, but no, we're gonna get you chiseled out. We're gonna send you on your way up to the castle. King Quincy is waiting for you. There's 3 other people that you might want to talk to. And we'll get you a carriage, so you ain't got to worry about travel.
Excuse me. What do you mean 3 other people? Okay, I'm so confused because one, I wake up and you're chiseling me out of this. I ask you what's going on. You say we've got a live one. Is there dead ones around here somewhere that I'm not seeing?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then on top of this, you say there's 3 others waiting for me.
Correct. Very perceptive you are. Yeah, your little town or whatever this shenanigan going on here was, it got frozen and moved to a different location. You were roughly frozen about 5 years ago, so you kind of been in stasis since then.
5 years?
Yeah, it's hard on some of the newer ones, but I feel like you'll get used to it.
I've been frozen for 5 whole years.
Well, give or take. I mean, I didn't know what you were doing before you got stuck in this crystal.
My God, my legacy. I could have been on top of the world at this point. 5 years now. I'm working against the clock now. Little man, can you speed this up at all?
We actually do have this one thing that we've been wanting to try. Hey, Ulfric, come over here. And like a smaller, like much smaller than the rest of them. He's got red hair, but he runs around the corner and he has what looks to be a like a weird metal contraption in his hands, and it's got like a handle and a trigger on it, and it's got a bunch of gemstones attached to the front of it. And the dwarf with the orange jacket says, he's gonna shoot this at you. Hopefully you won't get injured from it. Might lose some fur, but it'll get you out in a matter of seconds.
Hold on. He's going to shoot that at me?
At the crystals around your legs, yeah.
Is there a chance he could miss and impale me with this thing?
Oh, this thing doesn't shoot projectiles. It shoots magic.
It shoots magic.
Yeah, here, Ulfric, give him a test. And Ulfric, like, leans it back and pulls the trigger, and, like, liquid starts coming through the, like, front barrel part of it. And whenever it hits the gems that are, like, affixed to the front of it, it starts shooting, like, what appears to be blue, red, green, pink flames out of the front of it. And he's like, oh, super harmless. Probably wouldn't even hurt. Here, aim it at me. And Ulfric turns it, and it kind of goes past him, and he's like, yep, ain't got any magic on me, so I ain't hurt at all.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Just, if you think this will get me out quicker, do your worst.
Ulfric like smiles deviously and takes a couple steps closer and just like full throttle opens it up, blasting you. It feels like you're being tickled by like feathers, and you have a weird taste of cherries in your mouth. But it completely frees you from the crystal, and you kind of drop a little bit. But since you're a cat, you land on both of your feet.
Why do I taste cherries?
Oh, he accidentally slipped a cherry into the exhaust pipe. No biggie.
You short people really are strange.
Well, seeing that we make up half the population of this place, I'd probably change that perspective of yours.
I'm sorry, you said half the population?
Over half the population.
My.
The elves don't really keep themselves up to date on the census that King Quincy tries to do, but...
Okay. Where do I need to go?
Well, this will probably get you started. He hands you a scroll, and he points over to a carriage.
Does the carriage drive itself, or
got a horse.
Do I steer, or how does this work?
We've actually got, just recently, a new one came in, and she'll be your ride. Little human girl. Should be fine, right?
Sure, yes, fine, yes. Human might be normal. Okay, yes, fine. Where is she?
She's already loading up the horse.
Oh, great, awesome. And my flute, where's my flute?
Oh, he reaches over and kind of pulls it out of the crystal wall, hands it to you, and he's like, all right, well, make sure to read that scroll, by the way. It's pretty helpful.
I will. And just remember, when you hear the legend of Sylvia, make sure and pay attention, because there might be part of this story that involves you. And I walk away.
He kind of chuckles to himself and then keeps working on the, or keeps directing the rest of the dwarves to work on the mountain. I'm assuming you head towards the cart.
I'm gonna head towards it, and then obviously once I sit down, I'm gonna read the note.
All right. Before you get to the door, a what appears to be a 14-year-old girl of indeterminable sex leans over the thing where you can see her, and she goes, "Hi there! I'll be your driver today. My name's Ruby."
Oh my God! Don't ever scare me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We usually
You
don't see.
understand. Every hair on the back of my body is standing up. What are you? Who are you?
I'm a small human named Ruby.
Well, you're the driver?
Yep, I've been a
God,
driver all my life.
Why is everything so small around here? You're not a dwarf, right?
Nope, human is the day I popped out.
And you know where we're going?
Yep, got it all right up here in my head.
Okay. Ruby, take me to meet the three. And I'm going to sit back here, probably clean my coat, because it's covered in rubies, or crystals, or whatever. And I'm going to read this.
Oh, right. And as you say that, she kind of turns back, but you notice that there's like pink and red fluid coming down from both sides of her temples.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and look past that.
You gonna
Mo.
get in the cart?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in, and then I'm gonna read it.
As you go to open it up, a blinding light hits your eyes just for the briefest of seconds, blinding you. But it leaves a perfect imprint of the world in your brain.
Okay.
And I just want Okay. And then, of course, you would probably think about something like that. So whenever you think about it, it's like you're pulled out of your body almost, but you have a bird's eye view of the world. And there's a toggle switch on the bottom left of your vision.
On my vision, there's a toggle switch?
Yes, so where you're looking, on the bottom left part of your vision, almost like a HUD,
Uh-huh.
it just says the word toggle.
Okay, well, is it like a button?
So now that you're thinking about it, it automatically switches over and toggles for you. The world kind of goes black, but you can see a few like different images pop up in certain parts. One of them is a mug in a town that looks like it might be signifying that there's a tavern there. Another one is a music note, and there's a few more just kind of darted around. But the one that's glowing brightest for you is a king's crown directly like eastish of where you're at. And while you're thinking about this, Ruby goes ahead and starts moving forward.
Okay. I'm so confused on everything.
Well, we're gonna end that there. For the time being, and jump back over to them. because it's going to take you a bit of time to get to the castle. So it's Tyler, Serena, and Jeremy. Yeah. 2, actually.
Two. Okay. I need to take a long rest.
But I mean, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Too long.
I used a spell, so it does matter.
Well, you use a spell with 2 long rests, though?
No. I don't think I took the long rest before, so that's why.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead and roll d20s.
First roll of the night for me. Come on. Oh my god. Why did I say that?
Ooh.
Why did I say
I
that?
got a 3.
Why? I sent you a message.
And I sent one back.
I got a 6.
Cool. I will read it here in a second after I roll my d20.
So 3, 6.
Oh, a 2!
Yes, I got the high one.
Well then, Tyler. You're not the first one to wake up, but you're the first one to kind of get the surroundings
Okay.
taken in of the room. Do you remember the room, or would you like me to explain it again?
No, we I think Cinery and I were in the double bedroom.
Yes.
But I did not sleep in the bed. I slept on the end of the bed, the foot of the bed, kind of keeping like I had.
Well-
They were double beds. They were just close together, by the way.
Okay, gotcha. Well, either way, like Cinery was in the bed, and I slept on the foot, like on the floor on the foot of the bed, like with my back to the foot, and just in case something were to happen.
Yeah.
So when I wake up, and we don't have a view of the ocean or anything from our room, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No windows.
No windows.
It's kind of a private suite.
Gotcha. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around. Is Cinery up at this point or no?
You can wake her up if you'd like, but she's still asleep right
Okay. I look around. I look at her, make sure she's okay. And I'm gonna try to reach out to my deity and see if I can feel anything. If I can hear anything. Do you need me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and do a religion for me.
Okay. That is a 13.
Okay. It for some reason is coming in really strange. It you can hear faintly, like out of game. Imagine like radio static,
Yeah.
but in game, like it sounds like, God, what the heck?
Okay.
What happened? Where is everything? And just general confusion.
Okay. I hear this and I I start to feel a little bit of worriness. Almost a little bit of doubt kind of kicks in. And can I like peek my head out the door, see what's
Yeah.
going on out there? Okay. I do that. What do I see anything?
There's the hallway that you guys walk down with the 3 rooms. There is a handmaiden at the end of the hall, kind of just blankly staring at the wall in
Okay.
kind of a white gown.
Okay.
Just kind of standing there holding a bunch of towels.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the room and I'm gonna go to approach her and I'm gonna be like, excuse me, ma'am, may I ask what it is that you're looking at?
You don't see it
Should I?
right there. The small man.
The small what? You cut out.
The small man slowly approached. And she lifts her arm and like points towards like the wall, but like lower down on the wall.
Do I see what she's talking about?
No.
No. Oh yes, the man. All right. Have a good day. And I head back to the room, and I go to wake Sinri up. And I kind of nudge her a little bit. I'm like, Sinri.
What is it? What time is it?
DM, what time is it?
3 in the afternoon.
Well, it's about 3 in the afternoon, but something seems a little off. There's a.
What's wrong?
For one, I tried to reach out to my deity, Igneal, but all I got was like a confusion. It's the best way I can explain it. But there's a handmaiden down the hall who claims that there is a small man coming from a wall, but there was nothing there. Everything seems kind of odd in this place. I'm a little worried.
Well, I guess let's get dressed and get to. She's still kind of waking up, so she's pretty groggy. And what are we supposed to be doing? Where's Stint at? Did she ever get on Thor?
I'm not sure. How about you get ready and we'll go look.
Okay, I can do that. Maybe we can see where this wall man is too.
Okay. And so I wait for her to get dressed. I step out of the room and I stand guard.
Out of the corner, kind of out of the corner of your eye, whenever you step out, there's a guy, like a pretty tall guy, standing next to the handmaiden, and he's looking at a piece of paper, and then he taps her head twice, and she looks over and goes, "Did I do it again? I'm sorry." And he goes, "It's fine. Just, whenever things like this happen, make sure to come to me, all right?"
Okay. Is she still over there with him, or did she walk away?
Yeah, she headed out.
Okay. Is he still there?
Yeah. He's noticed you at this point.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head over to him and I say, "Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I ask what was wrong with the handmaiden? She mentioned something about a small man coming from the wall. Seemed very, very confident that it was there, but I saw nothing."
Yes. Well, I was actually on the way to talk to you guys. My name is Ford. I am the court wizard. But the handmaidens recently, and anyone who's been in the area with Quincy recently, has been spouting prophecies of a man climbing a mountain. And it only started 5 years ago whenever the happening happened, but it's becoming more frequent as the time goes along.
Okay.
Mo.
Do you know anything? You mentioned they were prophecies. Is there anything in writing about a prophecy?
A few things that we've received from the thawing of the Magic Mountains dictates a mad jester who's obtained unlimited power. We, of course, thought that this was just random nonsense from the worlds below us, but the more people are affected, the more I'm starting to think that it might be true.
Huh. That's very concerning. I do have more questions for you, but if you are in a rush, they can wait.
Oh, no, actually, the only things I have planned for today is King Quincy has asked me to figure out Jello pudding one of the dwarves dug it up, like a recipe of some sort, and he believes that it will be the cure-all of all our diseases, but I think it's just an edible. So I've got nothing to do today.
All right. Could you tell me a little bit more about? Well, not a little bit more, but could you tell me when we got here, we were told by the dwarves that I believe it was the dwarves, that there were no such thing as, they didn't believe in deities here. Is that true
Yes.
for the people of this whole country or world?
Well, it's uncommon for anyone to believe in a higher power, but there is a few strange characters that have recently become, I would say personally, cultists, who believe the world is at its end and we can only be saved by their god, but all of them spout different nonsense about random things like it's a large aquatic creature or it's just some dude. So
Very well. I've heard of those people back in my world. But what I mean is the deity I serve. I'm a paladin. I had connection to him, and I tried to reach him this morning, but all I got was this weird confusion static. I was curious if you knew of anything like that, but it seems probably not, since most people don't believe in deities.
The only thing I could think is someone accidentally missending a message, but even that sounds far-fetched. I would like to know more about that, but I feel as if this hallway has become very, very, very stale, and we should get the rest of the group together
Very well.
and meet in the dining hall when you are ready.
I will get Cindery and I will see if Milo's awake, and we will meet you there.
All right.
One more thing. I have a dire wolf that was needing to be thawed out. I don't know if you've heard anything about if she is or not.
Oh yes, she's in the stables right now. Currently the only animal in there because she has decided to snack on a few horses. No biggie. I was the cause of that, so I'll make sure that you don't get charged for the horses.
I appreciate that, and I do apologize.
Perfectly fine. They were small horses, so no loss really.
Right. We will head that way once they're up.
Alrighty, see you then.
Okay.
And he turns, and he's kind of got like a very brisk, pretentious walk to him, but he doesn't come off as pretentious.
Gotcha. So I head back to the room. I check to see if Cindery is dressed.
Probably at this point she has gotten dressed and she has everything else on her.
And before you guys head over, Milo, you have awoken. You can kind of hear a conversation going on outside, but it's extremely muffled due to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there is in the window seal, there's a pigeon with a note tied around its ankle.
I kind of go. I kind of mutter myself like, "What is this? Like a carrier pigeon?" And I walk over to the pigeon and take the note.
Could you roll an intimidation check for me?
Oh, why?
This pigeon's from the streets.
A 17.
Good God. Well, as you get up and approach it, it becomes immediately skittish and flies away with the note.
I'm like, oh, I didn't want to read that note anyway.
You had a wisdom of 10, and you blew it by 7. So.
And then I kind of just casually start, like talking to my my parents as I'm walking around. And I'm like, yeah, this is nicer than we've ever had. I mean, no offense, guys. But and I just kind of, it's like, what do you think of the group? The the big one, Kanan. He seems like a good guy. Senri, now that's that's something, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes. I think she might be spoken for, unfortunately, but that's not why we're here.
Uh-huh.
You gotta stop pestering me. I will find the one for me.
I
I
can just
don't need
imagine your
you.
dad being like, "Now, if you're gonna be on these, for some reason I imagine your parents is Jewish."
Do
Um,
do you want to, like, while I'm like by myself? Do you want to speak for them so I can actually have something to feed off of?
yeah,
Just say
I could.
random things. Yeah, go ahead and just say random things.
Now you know, son, that girl in the other room, that big brute, he won't even be able to stop you if you put the moves on her. I bet.
I think he would be able to stop me. He's like twice my size, Mom.
Well, if
And
the boy's
also,
gonna be adventuring, at least let him try a few different women before he picks one.
he's Dad. Even when you're dead, you're. That's. I'm here. They seem like good people, not like people that I want to like get on my bad side or get on their bad side.
Well, honey,
He looks like he's a nice guy, but he also looks like he could pound me into the ground without even
honey,
thinking about it.
honey, let's not say the word pound when you don't have pants on. So, up top, get ready. I know it's not
Jesus,
school, but
Mom.
I think they're waiting on us.
I love the fact that they're Jewish. Yeah, they're totally Jewish. God, can, I know you guys are. Just, can I have some privacy? Turn around so I can put my pants on.
Oh my god.
I get
to close
dressed.
my eyes, but my eyelids are translucent.
Oh, yes. Bring that up again. Jeez. Yes, I know you're dead. Do I have to? Hmm.
They kind of
You know,
fade out after they make the one liner.
yeah. I'm like, and then I just kind of like sit there. I'm like, I kind of pace a little bit and go, all right. Well, and at this point, I literally am just talking to myself. I'm like, well, time to see what's going on. Milo, this this will be good for you. You've always just been, I mean, you've never been alone. You have your stupid parents with you. But you know, it's good to have friends. Maybe these could be really good friends. You've never had a friend, so let's not ruin these ones. And I go to walk out the door.
Well, you two are already outside your room, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, just right before you get to the door to see if Milo's awake, it opens.
Okay.
And I see them. Well, obviously they're there.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, Kanan, Senri, just the two people that I was talking about. Or whatever. What's going on?
We've been asked to meet in the dining hall right
Oh,
away.
dining hall. That's where they have the food. You know me, I might not look like I'm much, but I can put away some food.
Real
So
quick.
if they have the food,
I put my hand up in front of Milo's mouth and I'm like, real quick. Milo, have you experienced anything weird since we've gotten here?
you mean weirder than talking to my dead parents?
Weirder than usual, yes.
No, not lately. Why? What's going on? Have you guys felt anything weird?
Nah, this whole experience has been odd. The king, there was a handmaiden spouting nonsense, and the wizard Ford said that there are a few of the handmaidens or people who have been around the king start spouting nonsense about a prophecy about a small man on a mountain.
Now that you mention it, there was this really rude pigeon outside my window. He had a note, and I went to retrieve it, and he just flew away.
Messaging is just his part-time job, man. He's trying to get through college.
Well, isn't he supposed to deliver the message?
You scared him.
But yeah, other than that, maybe we probably should be careful. Like, we've been around the king a little bit. He does seem pretty odd. And, that's coming from, obviously, a guy that, talks to his dead parents.
What seems
So, in comparison...
No, I understand what you're saying. Trust me. But what seems odd, too, is the wizard mentioned something about a prophecy about a mad jester coming into power.
Ooh.
Now,
Wow.
I've not seen any jesters from what I know, but let's keep a good lookout, okay? And Milo, we've only known you for a short time, but you're not from this world either, so the three of us need to stick together.
Absolutely. And, I know, like I said, I know, you guys got the size, and, you look like you can just, like slap a guy's face right off, if you wanted to. What I mean.
Go ahead.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, what I lack in physical, strength, I make up in the fact that I can blend in and sneak around because most people don't realize that I'm there. So if we need anything like spying missions or stealth, I'm your guy.
That's good to know. And I say, let's go ahead and head to the dining hall. And as we begin to walk, I kind of pull Cindery into me and I say, by the way, Synth ate all the horses, and I just kind of head forward.
Well, I mean, she was a little hungry, so it makes sense, especially 5 years later, so it's okay.
So we head to the dining hall.
Alrighty. I'm going to jump back over to you, Jordan. This is kind of like right before your travel ends, which is the same time that they're having the conversation on getting ready and stuff. Your mountain of crystals was a little bit closer to King Quincy than theirs, so it's not going to be a full day of travel.
Crap.
Well, he still needs a rest. Are you there, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, as you go to take your cat nap, because the strange tiredness kind of fell over you, you kind of doze off, but as your eyes shut, you open them up again. And you're standing, you feel a lot heavier than you're used to, and you're standing in a dark cottage that's just lit with a few lights and a campfire, or like a furnace. Fireplace is what I mean to say. And there's an older gentleman in front of you, kind of like wiping his hands on his apron. He's like, "All right, there you go. Should be able to talk now."
I'm sorry.
The voice fits perfect, actually. Oh. Yeah, you feeling okay, V?
V? What are you... Who's V?
Perfect.
I might have
Perfect.
accidentally unscrewed a couple too many bolts.
Bolts.
Yeah, do you forget you're a giant robot?
I'm not a robot. What are you talking about?
And as you say that, there's a full length mirror, and you catch something like glinting off of it, and you see the old man, and you see in front of the old man a about 9 foot tall, like bulky, like humanoid shape, but it's made out of metal and wood, and it's looking directly back at you.
Hello.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, V, that's you, bud. That's your reflection.
Why do I look like this?
Yeah, I definitely untightened too many screws. And as he pulls out his wrench and reaches back for you, you kind of like, whenever you blink, you come back to, and you are outside of the front gates of the castle. And Ruby goes, "Wake up, little kitty! Destiny awaits."
That was the worst.
Oh,
Jordan, I can't really hear you. You're like getting quieter and quieter.
What about now?
perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's much better.
Yeah.
That was an awful dream.
He's still a robot. No. Ruby's like, "Oh, did you have a bit of a nightmare?"
You could say that, yeah.
Well, it ain't nothing that the old cook can fix up in the castle. And she kind of jumps down and opens up the door for you and does a curtsy. I'll actually go ahead and walk you inside, because I got to pop in for a minute and talk to my mom.
Sure.
And she kind of takes you by the arm and leads you up the stairs, waving the two guards off. And they just kind of nod. And then the front doors kind of swing open to a grand table. And you see a half-orc, an elf, and a halfling coming through doors on the side. And then there's a man up front with a kind of pointy face, brown curly hair with a king's crown. And he goes, "Oh, perfect timing! All of you are here."
Wait, who's the half orc? I'm sorry, I got lost.
Kanan's a human.
Oh. I could have swore you were a half-orc. Well, you see a half-orc, Jordan. You can't use your eyes.
I'm blind.
You see a human.
My God. I think Wyatt was calling your character ugly, Tyler.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
no, I would never. I just could have swore he had pointy teeth. That's all I'm saying.
No.
But the king says, perfect timing. All of you guys showed up.
Everyone, or did we notice?
The cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to, before we get
Also,
to
Ruby.
Oh, yeah, we probably would.
Oh, shoot.
I want to lean into Kane and Senri and go, what is that thing doing here?
And I look down at Milo and I say, "Milo, we had this discussion already. Every living thing needs respect. It's clearly a
God.
cat."
I'm gonna walk
No,
over and go to Ruby. I want to go talk to her for a second.
I'm like, Yeah.
Oh.
Ruby kind
So-
of noticed you approaching, and she's like, "Oh, here you go, Mr. Catman. I never caught your name, I don't think. Oh, there'll be plenty of time for that. Oh, I'm sorry, Senator. Just one moment. Hey, Mom!" And she waves at one of the handmaidens, but as she steps into the threshold of the room, she drops to the ground and disintegrates.
Oh,
Wait, the mom or Ruby does?
Ruby does.
Oh my god.
oh, jeez.
We're gonna need another
And,
Ruby.
Quincy's like, "Well, I'm assuming that was the one that you guys have already killed, yes? Because she fulfilled her purpose and now she is gone. So don't touch the ashes."
What the heck?
Wait, what do you mean fulfilled her purpose? So once somebody complete the job, they die?
Well, once they complete the job for your group, exactly. So everyone kind of has their how do you say, parts in this. Ruby was not supposed to die until all four of you were here. Hopefully she didn't die the whole time, but she did halfway through. So now that she got the other one here, which is the fourth and obviously last, she's fulfilled her purposes. Her mother, Pearl, will now go clean up her ashes, and Pearl, you get the rest of the day off, honey.
She cleans up the ashes and then like dies herself.
So morbid.
Well, that's messed up. And then I try to pull Kanan aside because
You just keep grabbing Kanan. Kanan, come here.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're like 3
like-
foot. I'm twice your size.
I know I'm tugging on you. I gotta
Little
talk to you.
Little kid pulling their parent, like, Mom, I want
Yeah.
this.
Mom, we've watched Ruby die twice now.
I'm like,
Go ahead.
yes, I get what you're saying. Everyone has respect, but you know the whole watching my parents die right in front of me thing.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I know it's not him. It wasn't him, but it was one of his race that did it.
You're
And
saying
I'm
your
just-
parents died by the hands of a cat.
He was Garfield. He was like, "Good God, make me lasagna." Stabbed him.
Well, not for nothing, we are pretty small. So I wouldn't. But no, it wasn't just a cat. It was the cat person thing.
I understand. I understand how you're feeling right now, but there's a
But
reason.
if he's
Go ahead.
but if he's meant to be a part of the team or whatever this is, I promise I won't. I mean, it's not like I could do very much anyway, but I will respect that.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure this kingdom does as well. Whatever
This
happened.
This
Go.
kingdom seems, after what we just saw, this kingdom is seeming even more messed up than we might have even thought. So we probably, also note to, like, we probably shouldn't agree to do something for the kingdom just in case the the payment for completing that task is death.
I agree. And if they offer anyone else to help us, we need to make sure that person does not die. Or if that is their cost after they help us, we need to deny their help.
Not let them help us.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
But
I'm gonna go talk to the new kitty cat. Yeah.
hold on.
Kitty goes
So,
purr.
I want to send you guys what the picture I have for Jordan looks like. Because when Jeremy's like, his race killed my parents, I'm like, okay, I imagine this cute little kitty thing just killing his parents.
Let us see it. Come on now.
I'm sitting. This is what I have. This is what I have for Jordan right now.
Yeah.
I can just imagine it's the same height as the halflings, and it just like kicks the door in one day, and it's like, time to die, and it just starts stabbing them.
You'll die, meow.
You'll die, meow, right,
That's the
meow.
last thing I hear is meowing.
Save the boy. They run out.
But before Sinri talks to Sylvia, I just look at Milo. And I say, I appreciate you trying to honor what I'm asking of you. I will explain in time why I believe the way that I do. But just know that you're being brave for having the mindset to let this cat man or whatever race fight alongside us.
Well, thank you. And not for nothing, I mean, I believe similarly about certain things. I guess I've been on my own, and I kind of just have sometimes a more gruffer way of saying things. I'm more, and it's something I need to work on.
Then
So
I just pat him on the head and then I walk away.
and yeah, and now Henry can talk to the kitty cat.
Hello?
Are you done? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you the fourth of our group?
I'm sorry. Is it just me, or am I the only one weirded out by the fact she just disintegrated?
I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm not worried about it, but can't really deal with it right now.
And then,
We've seen.
yeah, but like the one just said, don't touch the ashes. Like this happens all the time. Am I gonna do that?
No, and you can't touch people's skin here.
Oh yeah. That's a weird thing that they do. Yeah, don't make sure not to get your paws all over.
Are you even close by us?
He wasn't that far
I
away.
assume.
You guys are all in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like
That's what
bent him down and to whisper.
Gross. So as you're saying, Serena.
Whoa.
I don't know. I just know I was supposed to come here and talk to 3 people.
That would probably be us. Technically.
Yep, we're the 3.
Okay. Do you know what we're supposed to be talking about, or?
No.
All we know is that we woke up in a pile of dead bodies, being frozen 5 years. We get here to the castle, and then you show up. So you know as much as we know. So, and my friend Kanan, the big paladin over there, he has a big wolf, so don't be surprised.
I'm so sorry. Did you say wolf?
Oh yeah, but she's really friendly.
Is it like large dog?
It's pretty
No.
big.
Try like she could ride us both. We could ride her. That's how big she is.
I would. Kevin's like, I would fix that scenery. She's not going to ride us.
You would ride us.
So you're saying there's a large wolf here?
Yes. But don't
Yeah.
worry, she's full. She already ate all the horses in the stable.
Horses? She ate horses? She's big enough to eat horses.
She's very big.
What
Big.
do you mean by
Like
what do you mean by horses? Like more than one, or like?
more than one,
Yes,
yeah.
the wizard said that they
Lolo?
were very small horses, though. So
And Milo wants to make a crack, and I go, what's wrong, guy? You're only used to fighting people that are smaller than you.
What is
I
what is the
look,
dwarf talking about?
I look over at Milo and I like.
He's a halfling, by the way.
Yeah, he's a halfling. He's a hobbit.
We he doesn't have a filter, and so that's something that Kanan's gonna beat into him in submission. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
doesn't have
whoa,
a
whoa! I was
filter.
just asking
Hold
a
on.
question.
Hold on.
I'm
You
kidding.
say he's a halfling,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
meaning
He's half human, half dwarf.
so you're saying a dwarf and a human made that
Yes.
thing? Okay.
Wait.
I don't know what's going on here anymore. I
What?
just know that I woke up, I was having a good time at the fair, living out the legend, crafting
The
a
legend?
legacy, and the next thing I know is I wake
Mom!
up here and there's dwarfs digging me out, and there's people saying go see 3 people, and I go in a carriage with a creepy little boy girl named Ruby, and then she just dies, and now there's a wolf that eats horses, and there's a half dwarf boy here cracking jokes. I don't know what to say or do anymore.
Wait, when you say legend, were you a fighter? What did you do?
I mean, you could say that I have fought many grave battles, melodies, one could say.
So,
Like
what?
do you play an instrument?
Yes.
Oh, really? What instrument?
The instrument of death.
Well, if I play many instruments, but my main one is a flute.
Doodly-doo.
Oh, so you're a flautist?
I'm sorry?
A flautist?
No.
You don't
I
know
am
what?
a legend.
Yep. You're a flautist. You play the flute. That's what is called when someone plays the flute. They're a flautist.
Thank you, dwarf man.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a halfling.
You are half dwarf.
No, both my parents were halflings too.
How about I think you're a little tense. You don't know me. I don't know you. I definitely don't know the short one, but the tall black one is with me. So how about we get breakfast, and then we talk to the king, don't touch his hands, and then we go from there. And we'll talk and explain as much as we can, yeah?
Well, great idea, except one, who are you?
Same question at you. Who are you?
All right.
Well, I'm Sylvia, but you...
Sylvia?
Are you a boy?
Isn't that a girl's name?
All right. I kind of
The
intervene.
king is twirling his crown, just kind of like do 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 do.
I intervene and I say, Sylvia, I am Canaan, paladin of the fire dragon god Igneo. This is Cinnery, and that is Milo. We have been summoned here just like you. I do apologize for their lack of decor, but I welcome you into our party if you choose to. And I kind of get into his ear a little bit closer and I say, watch yourself. Things are not what they seem here. you think that it's weird that I have a wolf who's huge. They have several handmaidens who are losing their mind. And then I get up, and I stand back up a little bit taller, and I say, "Oh, are we ready to talk to the king?"
I'm ready for breakfast.
I look at Kanan. Oh yeah, sure. Since I lack decorum.
I look at Sindri and
I just make Milo's like, yeah, you said it, Sindri. Let's go get breakfast.
I look at Sindri and I say, that was more for Milo than it was for you, but I don't want him to feel like I'm singling him out quite yet.
I heard that.
Well, if you are so hungry, I have a couple things from our magic department. They call these eggs. We have like a weird creature started showing up. It's like very small and pink, very cute. But we figured out if you kill them and chop them up, they turn into really crispy pieces of meat. So we've got some of that down there. And then we have some tea for your disclosure. Also, the king kind of hops down from his perch and, like, very, like, showboaty walks over to you, Sylvia. And he goes, "It is good to meet you, Sylvia. Here." Then he holds out his hand.
I kind of look at Sylvia and I shake my head like, don't shake his hand.
No, homie.
Don't do it.
It is great to meet you too, sir. But please apologize. I must refrain from any handshakes due to my paws being dirty from the long travel.
Well, it was worth a try. He looks over at you, Cinnamon, and goes, "You're a spoil sport," and then walks back to the head of the table.
This king wants to kill us. I'm telling you.
Because he wanted a handshake?
He knows what will happen. He knows exactly what will happen.
As he sits down, he fluffs out his big royal robe and sits down on the big chair, and he goes, hello, Sven. I sat down. You come in. That's what we've planned." And you see a guy kind of dressed in like red and black jester's outfit.
Okay.
He's got like a 5 o'clock shadow, and he walks in with a tray, and he's like, "Here you go." And he sets it down, and Ford kind of leans up against the wall. He's like, I put some lime in there because it just tasted weird without it. And whenever the king lifts up the tray, it's a big plate of Jell-O.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And the king just starts eating the Jell-O while waiting for you all to take a seat.
Okay. I sit down, and I kind of gesture Cinerine to sit next to me. Or I actually pull out her seat first, and then I gesture her to sit.
How gentle. Simp.
How tall are these chairs?
You need a booster seat.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually.
Technically, Sindri should have one too, but we're not going to talk about it.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm
How tall is your
4'5".
character? 4'5"? Well, I'm 3 foot tall. So,
I know.
So you come up to it's like a teenager sitting at a table for you, but for you, Milo, Sven walks over and he's like, "I've got a bigger chair for you," and he's like kind of dragging a chair, and he switches it out for you. He's like, "Hope you enjoy the eggs."
And it's got its own table and everything.
It's a little tiny fold-out table.
Oh.
I'm like, Oh yeah, this will work just nicely.
God.
Oh,
Question.
that's about right.
Question. DM. At this table, is there like any like silverware on the table?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 different plates with like full silverware set up for you guys to set up.
And Milo's already sitting at the table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit across from him.
Good. That worked perfectly for me.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Uh-oh.
I look at I notice Sylvia staring at me, and I'm like, yes, you do you need anything, kitty cat?
God.
How about we have Menace and use his name, Milo?
Okay, I'm sorry. I do apologize. No offense intended. What do you need, Sylvia?
Nothing. I am just sitting here. And
I see.
while I'm saying that, I'm going to do this while looking at him to the silverware.
You know, that would be offensive in most castles, but Quincy actually has already done this.
Oh! Did he knock over my
man.
plate? Is that you knocking over my plate?
Yep.
He pushes it off into the floor.
Are you sitting right next to each other?
They're in front of, across from each other.
Okay.
And I'm like, what'd you do that for?
I'm sorry.
And-
I just have problems with shiny things.
And I before I say my next thing, I look over at Kanan, slightly, and just go, kind of shrug, and I'm like, it figures.
Got a perfect dynamic already. You got the parents and then the 2 children.
Yeah. I was like, it figures that someone like yourself would instantly see the little guy and pick on them. I know your type. I've had to deal with your type and people like you, or
Whoa, hold on.
people,
How about this is
strange,
whoa,
relative term.
whoa,
But people
Milo.
like you are what?
You want
Yes?
to talk about lack of decorum? How about you just shut your mouth for a little bit and let's enjoy what King Quincy has to say instead of bashing a new friend? That's
Quincy
really
looks
rude.
up.
Our new friend threw my food on the ground.
Sensing the hostility
Well-
rising, Finn walks over quickly with a platter, looks at you, Sylvia, slides your food over to him, and puts a platter down in front of you, and is like, the cook said that this might be a little bit better for you.
He sounds so bored with his life.
No. You were insulting him? That's probably why he knocked it over. So how about we shut your gob for a little bit and we be nice? If you have nothing
I didn't
to
insult him
say,
once.
don't say anything at all.
Quincy,
Fair?
he's got like jello all over his beard, but he looks up. He's like, "I like your accent. Your accent's very cool."
It is really cool. It is. And at that, I just kind of, I'm like,
Wait. So you said the guy moved my plate over to him and then put a plate in front of me?
Yeah, and said that the cook thinks you might like this a little better.
What is it?
It's fish.
I don't know. Send it
I
out.
don't know.
Fancy feast.
I want to sniff to see if I can smell what it is.
Do a animal handling check for me.
Do a what?
Animal handling
You're gonna
check.
handle yourself.
That's a 12.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. And go ahead and do an intimidation check for me as well.
Oh God.
It's a 19.
Oh,
Wow.
well,
Well,
this is going to be pretty difficult for you guys. As you go to, like, kind of... It doesn't smell bad. It actually smells pretty good. But as you notice that something's moving inside of it,
God.
Hana huna wara?
just underneath the metal tin, there's it like, and you kind of hear. "Kurr, kurr."
Oh man.
Oh.
I'm gonna like slide my paw on top of the lid and just barely open it up where I can see what's in there.
It is a
porg.
very well cooked fish, but there's also a pigeon standing there in the corner, scared for its life.
Oh God.
I'm gonna lower it back down and be like,
You okay?
yeah, no, I'm fine.
You don't want it?
No, this will work just fine.
All right, I'll take it back to the chef.
No.
He walks
Sweet.
over back to Quincy and just kind of stands there next to him with like the most like I only have like 2 more hours left and then I get to go home face. Imagine.
We all know that face.
I feel like this is based off one of your employees, Wyatt.
No, definitely not. All of them would have been vocally screaming that they need to go home by this point.
Oh my God. I hate those employees. No, Milo kind of just takes a last look at, or kind of glances over at Sinri and Kanan and goes, I think I've lost my appetite. And he just kind of hops down off the table and just kind of goes in the, like, he doesn't leave because there's probably something important happening, but he just kind of goes as far away as he can and just sits down.
Well, and so you guys kind of, those who choose to eat get to eat.
Okay.
But a few minutes later, a man in like red, white, and gold armor, huge like mane of golden hair, scar across his eye, and like a chiseled chin, steps in from the main gate. And he's like, "I have arrived. Let's meet this new batch of heroes, shall we?" And King Quincy goes, "Oh, it's you! I haven't seen you in so long, Roger. Well, what's taken you so long to get here? I told you they were here, like, yesterday." And Roger's like, "Well, you know how it is being the leader of Rage. Way too busy to deal with the rebels." And he shoots a wink at you, Sidran.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Can I roll a hotness check just to see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what I was going to do.
Oh, it's
Seven.
cocked. Oh, it's a 1.
Ah!
Oh! You can... Whenever you look at him, in any other circumstance, he might be considered extremely handsome, but his, like, libido is, like, almost toxic. Like, visibly toxic.
Oh.
I just kind of like hold my tongue and I just kind of like curtly nod at that wink.
So, I'm assuming that the leader of this little group is you tall fellow with the armor. Us paladins usually do lead these things.
I would, but they keep saying the one who woke up first is the leader, so that would be Sinri.
Oh, must be a devious mind behind that pretty face of yours. Well then, we have lots to discuss, and I'm assuming you've all ate and are ready to leave.
Yes, I believe so.
Wow.
However, I do need to get my wolf from the stable.
Oh, the wolf from the stable.
Yes. Why do you say it like that?
You know what? Give me like 3 minutes to pack up anything you need. I've got to send a message real quick. And he kind of puts his hand onto his temple and like goes not into the corner but away from you guys and faces away, and you can kind of hear him go, yeah, no, that's their pet. Don't. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. Do not kill the giant wolf. And then he just kind of looks back at you guys and smiles.
I say, not to cause any issues, which I don't, but that wolf means a lot to me. So I do wish no harm to her.
Oh, completely understandable. You may have overheard that. We figured that since there was so much blood around the stables, that it was a monster that had broken loose and started killing things. So I had the rest of my team contain it. I've called them off, though, so they didn't even get there yet, but sorry about that. I didn't expect you guys to have something so dangerous as a pet.
She's only dangerous to those who try to harm us or her, or the fact that she's been asleep for 5 years. She was probably hungry.
I was about to say, those horses, pretty sure they were Shetland ponies, but you know what? That's 100% okay. I'm sure Quincy over here doesn't mind losing a few prized ponies, correct? And Quincy's like, oh, yes, absolutely. Anything for you, Roger. Really.
I mean, really, honestly, I'm just going to speak up here. I mean, I don't think we need the large dog, really. I mean,
No, she goes where Kanan and I go, so we're kind of attached.
right. But also, she's hungry.
She doesn't
And she
eat
murdered
people.
things.
She ate ponies, not people.
I don't know,
Huge
It's
difference.
not people that I'm worried about.
I walk.
So,
You're
I walk
technically a
over.
person. You just have extra fur, right?
I walk over to Sylvia, and I say, if you choose to stay with us through this, whatever we're about to do, I promise you that synth will not hurt you. You have my word.
As a Pajalan.
okay.
All right. So, do not fear my furry cat friend. And
Fear? That's no way for a legend to act. I'm not scared of anything. If anything, that it should be scared of me, because I'm the stuff of legend. There's a story of me. Maybe
Go
one
ahead
day
and
I'll let you hear it.
roll a persuasion.
hopefully.
Oh
17.
yeah, sure.
Do you want me to roll an
Okay.
insight, or what do you want me to do?
No, it's just kind of the passive. I mean, you can kind of tell that he's still scared of it, but
No, okay.
there is probably a good legend behind him. So
Okay. I look at Sinri and I'm like, all right, well, you're the one in charge. You say when we leave.
by the way, Jordan, have you lifted the plate or said anything about the pigeon in your food?
I just lifted the lid, looked at it, and put the lid back down.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Fine. I guess I'll go get Milo, and we can go when you're ready. You guys ready to leave? At least you two.
I mean, he's still in the room. He just.
He's farther away. He's pouting like a child.
No, I'm not pouting. I'm just over there talking to my parents.
I'm not
You're
pouting.
pouting.
I'm just don't want to be over there right now. Okay?
Stupid cat.
God,
Oh,
get off my back, Mom.
leave me alone.
Son, that cat's a real sweetheart. I know one of them killed us, but I mean, not all cats, right?
It's not about the. He just rubs me the wrong way.
Again, son, we need to work on our phrasing.
So I walk over to Milo. So if you're done talking to your parents, we are ready to leave.
He's just on the ground with a Ouija
Oh.
board, going nuts.
Hey.
Yes. And I look up at her and I'm like, sorry, I don't know what came over me, and I should not have gotten angry and let him get under my skin.
That would really help if you would just chill and get to know him. Don't know the history, but we have to work together. So,
Trying to get
Let's
fish
go.
without getting the pigeon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I told Kanan that I would try, and I'm telling you the same thing. I will try. And I get up and follow her to wherever we're going.
okay. So, we're ready. King Quincy, we're ready.
Oh, you guys go on ahead. Follow Roger. I need another plate of Jello. Spin. Spin's like, that's your third plate, sir. Right. And he kind of heads off. And Roger's like, all right, if we're ready to go, I'd like you to meet the rest of our crew.
As
Uh,
I get up to walk away from the table, I'm going to just like as I'm walking past, slap the lid off the plate of my food.
Okay. Well, at this point, the pigeon's kind of calmed down, but it's still standing there, and this causes a commotion. So kind of everybody in the room looks at the pigeon, and it has a note on its leg. Go ahead and anybody that wants to make an action towards the bird, roll a d20 for me.
What kind of action?
Any kind of action, like if you want to try to animal handle it or like grab it or anything,
Just
make a d20 roll.
D20? Okay.
Yeah, just a flat.
17.
Okay. Anyone else want to make a move towards the bird?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stealth, to see if I can grab the note off the bird, leg.
Okay, were you doing animal handling, Gannon,
Is
or were you
it
just
the
grab it?
same bird that he?
I was going to do. I'll do animal handling, which will put me at a 21.
Okay, so unless you can beat a 21, we're gonna go with animal handling. Jeremy.
Okay. Let's do. Yeah, I only got a 15. So.
Okay. So as you kind of calm the bird down, it like kind of takes a few steps forward, and then right where it was, a knife stabs through the table, and Quincy's crown is like hanging halfway off his head, and he's leaned forward like he just threw the knife. He's like, "I'm sorry, these birds are not supposed to be in the house." And he
What the
just starts it up.
hell?
He got an 11, by the way. If you guys would have rolled lower than the 11, he would have hit the bird.
I say, excuse me, your highness, or Uh, why can't the birds be in the house?
They're gross and they carry diseases. He's like kind of getting up, pushing the table away and stuff.
Hmm. As scientifically as that might be, this bird. Do I know that it's carrying a note?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a blue note, so it sticks out pretty well.
This bird is carrying some sort of note. It might be important that we check this. As soon as we check it, I'll take the bird straight outside.
All right, whatever. Just get that gross creature out of my house.
Will do. Then do I have the bird or is it just right in front of me?
Do you grab the bird because it's right in front of you?
Dang.
I do grab the bird because it's right in front of me.
If you want to.
Oh yeah,
It's right in
I
front of you
grab
on the
the
table.
bird. I grab the bird, and I take the note off, and I read, whatever's on the note.
The note is another imprinting note,
Okay.
so it blinds you for a second.
Okay.
But it has a quick bit of text that says, "Don't say what this note is. Make up an excuse. Meet me at the port."
Okay. And it doesn't say who it's from.
No.
Okay. I look at it and I say, okay. Funny. Seems like someone was trying to send themselves a grocery list. I'm not sure why the bird ended up inside though. I will just take it outside. The note means nothing.
All right. Well, wouldn't want you to get lost outside. So, Roger, if you wouldn't mind showing your new paladin friend around, he has some business to attend to getting rid of that bird. And Roger's like, all right. Sorry.
All
right.
No, you're fine.
All right.
Okay. So I put the bird on my shoulder, and I guess I follow Roger outside.
And he's like, the rest of you can come along. We're going to let it go on the way, probably.
All right. I guess we'll follow then. Let's go. Sylvia, Marlo, let's pick up pace.
All right, let's go it. Let's do it.
As we walk out, I'm going to kind of step back a little bit, and can I? Oh, that sucks. Can I try to pass the note to Cinery?
Yes. Roger is like kind of full of himself, and he's as he's walking, he's leading the whole group, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys are gonna make a great addition to the team. I mean, I don't even need a team because I'm personally the best paladin out there. But hey, everyone needs their support characters."
Right.
So he's not really paying too much attention
Gotcha.
to you guys.
So I don't need to roll stealth or anything.
Just if you go to leave, you'll need a stealth.
Okay. So I pass the note to Cinery, and I kind of like give her like a cue, like a wink or a nod to tell her to open it.
Okay. Then I politely open this note.
It kind of does the same thing with like the flash of light real quick, and then you see the same thing like make up an excuse about the note, meet me at the port.
So, how are we gonna get past him? And what are we gonna do, Kanan?
Is he in earshot of all this, or is he just still full of himself to where he's not paying attention at all?
Yeah, you guys could probably like throw a rock at him and he'd just be like, "Ha! It's raining." So
I say we need a really good distraction. He seems to be very full of himself and quite frankly, I'm not sure how he's a paladin when paladins are typically are supposed to be more reserved, from what I know. But and you know something else. This is sort of a side thing, but if they don't believe in deities, I don't know who he's serving. But past
Huh,
the
that's a really good question, Kanan.
I don't know if that was the DM being smart or what, but
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
oh, you did? Did you cut out?
Yeah.
Oh,
You said,
Oh.
I think I heard a majority of it. The last part I heard was like, you don't know how he's a paladin.
yeah, and then Wyatt was like, "Oh, that's a really good question," because I said, "How could he be a paladin if there are no deities?" And then Wyatt's like, "Oh, that's a really good question, Kaden."
Oh god.
I say, pass this to Milo and have him pass it to Sylvia. I will try to think of a way out of this.
He seemed to have winked at me in the castle. I could maybe make an excuse to meet him and somehow not meet him.
You could. Do you have
Or
any?
synth could.
Do you have any kind of illusion type of spells?
Oh. No. But as I'm talking, I hand the note to Milo or Sylvia, whoever's the closest one.
By the way, just like outside of game, all of your magic abilities have been altered. So if you think that something might work, it will probably overkill.
Okay.
So just be as creative as you can. Because like as the healing hands thing, it literally
Yeah.
lifted him up and healed him. So like if you have like a charm person thing or something, that would
So do
probably
I have
be-
any buffs at all?
You're short.
'Cause, like,
No, you're a rogue, right? You shouldn't have anything.
No
yeah.
magic thing.
Oh.
Spiky.
Oh, so I'm just completely normal as I was.
Except for you talk to
you're-
your dead parents.
You're extra stealthy. I mean, you could probably pull the old Skyrim, shoot a guard in the face, and then crouch and get away with it.
Pretty much.
Tyler, what
Okay.
did you ask me?
Huh?
Oh, if I had an illusion spell?
Yeah, just something that could maybe distract them. Because what I was thinking, going back to Kanan, what I was thinking was, if I can get to the stables and get Synth or wherever she's being held, I'll take care of that. If you can try to get him more focused on, maybe talk to him about himself to the point where he doesn't even realize that you're there. Get him in conversation about himself.
Well, I don't really have an illusion spell, but I mean, what if Synth like got my attention and dragged me away or something?
I have to get her first. So what I'm saying is apparently he was already looking at you, so I know you probably don't find him attractive, but use your feminine wiles to get him to flirt and then get him to talk about himself to where he's distracted. That way you can sneak off and we can go where we need to go.
Can I hear
Give my
this,
best
Dan?
shot.
Yeah, you guys are like, unless you want it to be quiet, Tyler, the only people that can hear this is you four.
That's if it's only the four of us, that's fine.
Yeah. He's still going on about all of his adventures.
I feel like now I know why I'm here.
And why would that be?
That would be for this very moment right now. Let me handle this.
Very well.
And I'm gonna catch up to Roger. Like, Roger!
Yeah. Oh, hello, Sylvia.
Roger, have I told you the legend of Sylvia?
The Legend of what?
Sylvia?
The Legend of Sylvia. Yourself?
Exactly. Let me play you a song, and I'll tell you
Oh,
about my
dear
travels.
Lord.
Well, it won't be as good as the song that I sing with the rest of my group, but hey, you gotta start somewhere.
So, as he sings, can I at least I sneak away?
I mean, theoretically, you guys could just walk away at this point.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna. I think I want to assist Sylvia while Milo and Kanan go.
Yes, actually, I do need Milo. So Milo and I will go to the stable.
Okay.
And Senri and Sylvia will stay here.
So Roger, wait a minute. I want to talk with you too.
Oh, well, after our little orientation, you can talk to me whenever you'd like.
Ugh.
Sylvia brings up a really good point. I don't really know anything about you or Sylvia. Would you be such a big, strong guy and show me around and tell me about yourself?
Well,
I'm shrieking in my head.
I mean, we're supposed to be meeting up with the team, but...
Oh, but they wouldn't really mind. I mean, we could just say that we had a detour, right, Sylvia? That we got a little lost, and you know how kittens get lost. You can't let them be by themselves, right?
Oh my god!
You know what? I think that I will... Just one moment. He puts his fingers up to his head again. He's like, guys, we've got a tiny bit of a situation. Nothing I can't handle, of course. But the cat ran away. So me and the elf of the group will go search for him. He takes his fingers off his head. He's like, all right, that should give us like 30 or so minutes. What did you want to talk about, both of you?
And I look at Sylvia and I just kind of give him this look like, please play along. Oh, well, I really wanted to know more about, and she kind of like takes her hand and like rubs it across her chest to bring more attention to that.
Oh, geez.
Maybe you can show us more of the land, maybe and tell me more about your adventures. I'm sure Sylvia would love to sing about them.
Well, that's a great idea. We can share stories. But Sylvia, you said you had a legend. Is this correct?
Oh, not just a legend. Possibly the greatest tale in all of history.
You know, this is strikingly similar to what our bard told me one day. He said something about a great demon standing in the middle of the road, telling him that if he did not play the best song ever, that his soul would be devoured. Anything like that? Ring a bell, Sylvia.
No, not off the top of my head, but I would very much like to meet this bard. Tells legends.
Oh, he not only tells them, he sings them with a weapon he brought from his own world. Shrouded in mystery, once connected to simple rocks, amplifies its noise across the land. So he can sing my glories.
That's very, very great. DM, can I cast charm on this guy?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Perfect.
It's by the way, it's an electric guitar.
Of course.
This sounds like my bard.
Oh my gosh, it does.
It's funny that Jordan is kind of going the more Jack Black route, because the other bard is literally just Jack Black.
God, this is
Tribute.
hilarious.
Okay, so he has to make a wisdom saving.
Remember the greatest song in the world. No.
What does he have to beat?
16.
Okay, well, he got an 11, so...
So,
as
he
you-
is charmed for an hour, and he regards me as a friendly acquaintance.
Okay, are you going to use your flute, or are you going to use, like, a hand gesture, or are you just going to say something to him?
I'm basically going to play him a tale of Sylvia.
Tribute.
As the music kind of starts coming out of your flute, you notice that once the flute hears a few melodies from you, you pull it away from your mouth to say something, and the flute continues on its own the music that you were thinking. And
That's dope.
you can visibly see kind of like green notes come out of the end of your flute and shoot directly into his eyes and ears. And he immediately goes from, like, in a pose of like, oh, such grandeur, to kind of arms at the side looking at you like, hi, friend.
We're going to look over and be like, I hope this is what he meant by buying time.
What did you
All
say?
Oh, I want to try one thing while he's being charmed.
Okay.
Oh, Roger, dear, would you be a charming gentleman and pick me up? All the guys there, I'm so heavy. Could you pick me up to see how light I am?
Yeah, I could do that. He kind of like, while looking at Sylvia, he kind of like lumbers over to you and picks you up, seemingly with ease. Like, this guy could probably throw like a carriage over a house.
Wow.
And he's just kind of carrying you like a seat, and he's just still looking at Sylvia like with glazed eyes, like, ugh.
And that's it. I just want him to pick me up and put me on his shoulder for a minute.
He's going to be following you wherever you go, by the way, Jordan.
Perfect.
So he's just kind of following you, like,
And I look down, I'm like, Sylvia, get him lost. Very lost.
Like, when you say very, do you mean like, what, can't find him for a week? Or like, he might stumble his way back in a couple hours?
By the way, your flute, as you're talking, where usually you'd have to keep using the flute to keep the magic going, the flute is floating beside you, playing the same charm person spell by itself.
Ah, yes. Legendary.
Look at
I'm gonna-
Sylvia.
Go ahead.
How about for 2 hours? 2 hours is good. Yeah.
Perfect. Be like, look, hey, Roger. I'm going to, this song I feel like would have better, I don't know, ambiance and better, like, background if we were to go over here in the woods, maybe.
Woods are nice. I like the woods.
Let's go.
He just kind of starts walking behind you. That you guys kind of get to the edge of the town, because the way it's set up is there's 2 volcanoes that are connected with a wall, and that's where the giant walls of the city are. Then there's the city, then there's the castle, and then behind the castle and like onwards is the ocean and seaport. So the entire kingdom is protected by that one central wall, because if they try to go through the waters on the sides, they'd have to go all the way around the volcanoes.
Stop.
So you guys get to the edge of the wall after like 20 minutes of walking. And while you guys are walking, I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to the other 2.
Do it.
All right. Okay. So we are headed to the stables.
Oh, okay, the stables first.
If that's where she's at, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's just kind of down the big flight of stairs, and to the left there's a lot of hay that way.
Okay.
So that's, you guys pretty much figure out that's where the stables are going to be. And as you guys approach, there's 3 people standing outside, and then a shorter human, but
Okay.
there's a medium height build guy. He's got like white mutton chops and a white soul patch,
Okay.
with long black hair, and he's kind of chunky.
Okay.
And he's kind of standing there covered. He's like wearing a lot of leather. Then you have a elf that is in like purple robes, and then like a skin tight, like almost leotard.
Okay.
and she's standing there, kind of twiddling her thumbs.
Okay.
And then you have this dude. He's a pretty tall dude, pretty buff dude. He's got like gray hair streaked throughout, and he's just kind of standing there. He's kind of dressed like a ranger would be.
Okay.
And they're talking to this little woman, and the chunky guy is kind of like, well, I mean, I could just soothe the beast real quick, but our boss was like, oh, don't soothe the beast. But I mean, I've soothed stuff like this all the time.
Okay.
And the lady's just like, well, Roger is controlled, so just keep out here. And the other one, oh, here they come now. And she kind of points over to you guys.
Okay. I say, hello there. We are.
Yeah. Hello.
The ranger and the elf kind of like stick to themselves. They look at each other like, huh. And then the chunky one's just kind of like, well, hello! You must be the new adventurers.
You could say that.
Yeah.
I assume you're members of Rage.
We are indeed. You have me, Enoch, the Altrusion. We have Gerald.
The all what?
The Altrusion. I
The
intrude.
Altrusion?
Yeah.
What the hell
Heard it
is
off a
that?
movie one time.
Oh, that makes
Then we have Angela over here. She's our saucy wizard. And then we have Gerald, our ranger.
Okay. Well,
can I roll a hotness check on?
My God!
You want to roll a hotness check on Angela, the elf?
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh my God. Let's see.
It's gonna be like a.
Oh God, a nat 20.
Good God. She looks almost like a fiber copy if you just took Angelina Jolie and put her into an elf's body.
Oh gosh, she's got big lips, doesn't she?
jeez.
No, it's more like before surgery, Angelina Jolie.
Oh, so she looked a little better. Yeah, I'm completely.
She sees you looking at her and she's like, gross. Gerald, let's go over there.
I do apologize for my small friend. I am actually here to get my wolf.
Enoch's like, oh yes, the mighty beast inside. Well, we were going to tame him, but then we got a message. Have you used the message system yet? It's great. You just tap your forehead and you talk to anyone you want. Well, within reason. But we got him right in here. He's all eating wool, eating stuff. Just go ahead and go on in there. You guys probably got this. He's your pet, right?
She, and, yes.
Oh, it's a she. What do you know? We didn't get too close to see the genitalia.
Now, like I told Roger, if anything were to happen to her, I just want to let you know, I may not be able to control myself, so there better not be a scratch on her.
Ooh, feisty. I like that. But I would, keep in mind where you're at in this situation. No, we didn't even get in before we got the call, so she's just been in there, probably sleeping, eating more horses.
All right.
The huge.
As this message system, no one has told us of this yet.
Really? Well, it's kind of hard to get the hang of first, but you put 2 fingers up to your forehead, or your temple, as Gerald would say. He's a real stickler on rules. Put 2 fingers up to your forehead, think about somebody, and if they want to answer, they will answer. There's a bit of a range. We haven't quite worked that out yet, because, I mean, who needs that, right?
Fair enough.
Oh.
We're going to go ahead and head in, and we'll be out of your way.
Well, we were actually just waiting on you guys, so once Roger and the other 2 get back, we'll, start our orientation.
Very well.
As they're leaving, Milo yells after her name is what? Julia?
Angela.
Angela. And he just goes,
It's for Jade.
What?
Their group is called Rage because it's their first initials: Roger,
Oh.
Angela, Gerald, and Enid.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, sorry for the wait. Maybe we'll see each other again.
She walks over to you and looks down at you, and I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh God.
Oh, God. A 13.
Okay, you did not pass it. She casts charmed person on you,
Oh no.
and she says one like a one-word command pretty much, and she's just like shut, and then she turns and walks back to Gerald, and you find that you can still talk, just not to her, for a while.
Do I notice that? Do I know that I've been charmed?
Yeah, I mean, because the only like charm that she put over you was that you can't talk to her for a while.
Okay.
Because
So
you've already hit her. You've already I mean, if you like try to say anything to her, you can't.
And I just turn to Kanan, and I go, look at that one. She's already fallen for my charms. Just a matter of time.
You have a lot to learn, my little friend. But let's go see if Synth is okay. Did you and are they out of earshot at this point, or are they still around?
Enix back to he's like kind of leaned back up against the wall, and he pulled out his guitar, and he's just kind of tuning it, and then the other two are talking like near the end of the stables, so none of them will hear you.
Okay. Did you get a chance to look at the map, or not the map, the note?
Yeah, I didn't really. What are we gonna do with that?
We need to get away from Rage for now. Something tells me that this kingdom isn't what it seems to be. Like I've been saying from this morning, and it's just proving more and more to be true.
I'm definitely feeling off about everyone that we've met, besides us, of course. So yeah, we probably should keep an eye on things.
I'm going to attempt to try the message technique.
Okay, who are you gonna message?
Sinri.
Okay.
And
whenever you put your fingers up to your temple, Sinri, you hear bring 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 bring.
Okay, I guess I choose to answer it.
Yeah, it's in your head, so.
I guess I envision myself like in my head. I envision going to a telephone and then picking it up. I guess.
Perfect. Your hand like naturally moves up to your temple. By the way, it's like almost a forced response. Like you thought about answering the phone, and then your hand went up to your forehead.
Oh, okay.
I say, Sinri, this is Kanan. Can you hear me?
Thank God. Yeah, I can hear you.
How is our little problem on that end?
I mean, technically, he's very infatuated with Sylvia right now, and I'm riding on his shoulder, so I guess he's good. DM, how long has it been? Has it been close to an hour by this point?
Yeah.
Or has it been an hour?
Like an hour 50. It's close to the charm spell isn't going to run out anytime soon, but it did take a while to get to the woods.
I say, is there any way that you guys can drop him off? We're getting synth right now, and we're going to try to evade these three that are over here. One of them's already charmed Milo, it seems. To be fair, he kept talking to her, but my suspicions are getting more and more true every time. There's something wrong with this kingdom. If you can somehow get away from him, you and Sylvia get and head back this way. We'll pick you up on scent, and we will head to the dock or to the port.
Well, we're kind of at the woods, and it took us about an hour to get here, so we could try.
Do what you can. And then I disconnect.
Okay, perfect. And it for you, Cinnamon, it physically feels like there's like a magnet, like same poles on your fingers. So it like pushes your hand away, like he
so
forcibly
cool.
disconnected you.
That is cool. So then Milo and I, if Milo wants to, head into the stable to go get her.
Yeah, let's head into the stable.
The stable doors are like they're almost opened, but they're not really. So that's really easy to push out of the way. But
Okay.
there's blood just coating everything. And there's a few hoofs scattered about, but your little pupperoni is just kind of napping peacefully in one of the beds.
She would. I before I go get her, I kneel down on the ground and I make a small prayer for these poor horses that were victim to sense hunger and I also pray that that this kingdom, whether it be good or bad, gets some sort of steeds to make up for them. And then I walk over to her. I wake her up. And
She kind of like responds to your touch by like doing like the dog thing where they kind of like slowly wake up by letting you rub their head, and then she kind of gets up and does her usual like little dancey dance.
and I'm like, okay, good girl. I can tell that you've eaten. That's what I've heard. You made quite a mess, but
You weren't lying about her being big. Jesus Christ.
yeah, she saved me back home. She was much smaller then, and she's grown in a very short amount of time. But we need to get a little bit away from here. I'm not sure where exactly this port is, but we need to go pick up our friends and get over there. Do you think you can do that?
Me?
No, I'm talking to her.
Oh.
You're like, I can't carry both of us. Jesus. I can't even carry the wolf. She's understanding.
Okay.
And she kind of does the kneel down so you guys can ride her.
Okay. So I.
No, she rides us. Remember that.
Oh God. So
She jumps onto you. It's like, go!
I say,
No.
I look at Milo and I say, do you mind if I pick you up and put you on her?
Put her on you.
Not at all.
I say, there's some halflings back home that have a bit of a short man syndrome. I just didn't want to insult you. So I pick him up, then I put him on there, and then I jump at the front. And we're going to, before we leave, I tell Milo, I said, we're going to do what we can to tell them that we need to, we're going to go pick up Roger and the others. For they took a small detour.
I mean, we could just say we're going to pick up Roger and the others.
Yes,
What?
even though that's not quite true, but yes, that's what we're going to do. So, we go ahead and I get sent to go ahead and move forward.
Oh, hey guys. So you got your wolf back in order. Well, I don't know where Roger is. He was supposed to be here. He said your cat went missing, so he was like 30 minutes.
Funny thing is, we got a message from our teammate Senri. It seems that the cat somehow went to the woods, and her and Roger had to track him down. They asked if we could go get them and bring them back here. It'd be much quicker with her, with the wolf.
Oh man, that Roger trying to score another babe. Yeah, I'll go ahead and send a message to tell him that you're on your way. And he puts his fingers up to his head.
Oh, don't worry about that. I've already told Senri we're on our way, so I'm sure he'd be upset if you told him twice.
Well, he's not answering, so if that's your girl, you might want to hurry, because there's only a few times he doesn't answer.
We're not. We're just friends. But we'll be on our way. We will be right back.
Alrighty. And as you guys start heading out, Milo, since you're, I'm assuming, facing backwards on the wolf.
Facing backwards?
Yeah, like sitting up there comfortably on the back.
How would I be facing?
You can face however you want, bud. I just, if you're facing backwards, you can see something real quick. So, I'm assuming you kind of are sitting there because, you can turn around. But Gerald steps up and, watches you guys leave. But you notice that his eyes, start burning yellow, for a flash of a second. And then he just kind of stops looking at you so intensely and goes back to talk to Angela.
I swear, if he put Hunter's Mark on my wolf.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No! That's definitely not what he did.
Oh. I'm sorry, I metagamed. I'm sorry.
I lean over and go, who was the guy that did that? What was his name?
Gerald.
Yeah, that Gerald guy is, he's kind of weird.
They all are.
Staring at us and stuff.
While he's saying that, I make a small prayer to Igneel, and I'm like, forgive me for lying, but it's for a potential good cause, I hope.
No, you're not forgiven.
No.
There's still just static and confusion on the other line.
Okay, I figured. And we make our way there.
While we're traveling, I wanna ask Kanan. I'm like, so back there, you said that you and Senri, you aren't a thing? I thought that was, maybe I assumed that you guys were together because you seemed really close.
About a month ago, Senri and I met in the woods. I was attacked by a beast. Synth was off trying to gather some supplies while I was trying to set up a camp for us, and I was attacked by a beast, and out of nowhere Senri showed up. So she was looking for her sprite friend Boris, and we just kind of hit it off, but no, I believe we're both too busy to have any kind of relationship at the moment.
That's I mean, I commend you, because I've never really had any luck in that department. But
all I know from Milo is oh shucks, that's such a shame you're not a couple. Maybe it's my turn though.
I was gonna say, I've never had much luck, kind of being a loner and all, but I know that the way that you two are together, that it'd be a crime if you weren't a couple.
I do appreciate that, but I've never been in a relationship, and frankly, I don't know how I could. But I'm protective towards her because I do owe her my life, and so
That makes sense.
If the fates allow it, and if that's where it's meant to be, that's where it's meant to be. But for now, we are what we are, and we'll leave it at that. But you, my small friend, you'll find who you belong with. Don't force it.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
I would watch out for that Angela lady.
Oh yeah, that. You know, sometimes I talk because I mean, well, obviously I have no problem talking to myself. But I don't know. I know there's nothing there. Sometimes I just like to. You never know until you try, right? And who knows? She might have been more receptive and something, but she wasn't, and that's that. And that's how it goes sometimes.
Right.
I want both of you guys to make a perception check for me.
Yay! Oh, that is a 15.
That is a 19.
Okay, never mind.
I'm perceiving stuff all over.
Wait, and never mind. Did we pass?
Nope.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
You guys don't notice anything in the woods at all.
Oh.
You guys are approaching
Oh.
the other two.
Okay.
You guys become inside of the other two, pretty much.
Huh?
And
We become inside of the other two?
In
in
sight.
sight,
Oh!
like you can see each other.
Oh.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay. Real quick, I sent a message to Senri saying we're here. Hopefully, you've found a way to ditch the problem.
Oh, are you at the port?
No. I'm coming up to them, but I'm hoping that they've ditched Roger.
Oh,
Well,
you can see him standing there.
Yeah, with Senri on one of his shoulders, so.
What have y'all been doing this whole time?
Has the charm, at this point, like worn off?
It's starting to. The flute's kind of like it's tooting, but it's not root tooting enough. So it's kind of like dipping down every so often, kind of like it's dying magically.
I feel like
But-
Sylvia's mouth has gotten like tired at this point.
So
Well, he's not even having to play.
Oh, that's right.
The flute plays itself. So right now, Sylvia's just telling the tale of Sylvia, the legend.
So we're
Rich
like
was
we're
way
by
So-
them,
hardcore. What?
we're by them now, right?
Yeah, you see Milo and Kanan charging you with a very large wolf.
So I'm gonna announce very loudly, and that, Roger, for anyone else listening, is the Legend of Sylvia.
It was good.
Milo, I didn't see you there. You're so short.
I thought you were a flute.
I also didn't see you there. You're what color of skin are you?
That's racist. You can't say that.
Oh, are
No,
you a Sphinx kitty? Where you have no fur?
No,
Please
Yeah,
tell me
what
you
color
don't
is your
have
fur,
fur.
Jordan?
no,
Red?
Not Clifford.
Oh,
It's what?
I'm a tuxedo
yeah.
cat, so I'm black and white.
And I just go, and I'm like, yeah,
So I guess at this point I'm going to assume Roger's starting to try to like talk again.
Oh, my God. Why is there so much drool on my chest? And why are you on my shoulder?
You don't you remember you put me up here? I mean, I guess I could get down because I don't think you'd want me anymore, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, I never said that. Oh, why are we in the... Did we already go to the orientation?
No,
Yes,
remember
yes.
we lost the kitty.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
sure.
I've got a missed message from Enoch. I need to clear my head. If we've already done the orientation, then you know why you're here. So, I guess, go do the thing. And he kind of is rubbing his eyes, and he starts walking back to town.
Maybe we can do this again, Roger. It was so nice.
Oh, yes, and maybe next time we can leave the cat at home or something. Ugh.
See if I ever share the legend of Sylvia with him again.
Go ahead and all four of you roll a perception for me.
Okay.
Oh, Dave.
Oh God, that is a what is it? Another
Oh.
a
12.
16.
12.
Jordan, Serena.
I got a
Hold
9.
on.
Saint the dire wolf.
That is an 8 for me,
My
good
God.
sir.
We saw nothing.
Okay. Never mind. You did. Who got the highest?
Jeremy.
I did. I got a
What
16.
did you get? 16? Okay. You hear rustling in the woods, but that's about it.
So I just go, hey, I heard some rustling, so we might have someone or something near. I don't know. It could be this place playing tricks on us again.
A guy just pops out and he's like, "Yep, my name's Russell." No, no,
So you were
that
there the
doesn't
whole
accidentally.
time?
Were you?
No, it's currently just rustling.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna look at Kate and I say, don't ever let me be alone with that one ever again. He was so God.
But I thought you had Cat Guy with you.
Milo, we're just gonna keep this one way under the radar for right, and
DM.
we're just gonna check out
Yep.
things.
Because Milo did say that, I want to be extra cautious since I'm already, kind of on my heels. I'm gonna do divine sense to see if I can sense any evil in the area.
God. Okay. Well, you can sense the neutrality of the three around you.
God.
The good / neutral of your doggo.
Okay.
Whenever you see Roger's aura,
Okay.
it's really weird because like as he's kind of like looking around, it's fluctuating from like incredibly chaotic evil to incredibly nice.
Huh.
So it just kind of fluctuates every so often, but it tends to be more of a good sense. By the way, the senses are color coded. Good, he has like a yellow aura around him, and bad, he has like a purple aura around him.
Okay.
And then in the woods, there is what seems to be like enough evil to power like 30 people, and also enough good to power like 30 people. Just like right off in the ditch into a bush.
What?
Okay. Well, there's definitely something out there. However, Roger seemed to be giving off both good and evil feelings. But what I would recommend is not heading into the woods. I say we head to the port. That was the plan. So, if we all want to hop on synth, you all are. Jordan, how big are you?
He's 5 foot tall.
Oh, good. Someone who's at least not at my knees.
How tall are you, by the way?
Me? I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
Oh, so he's not that much. You're not that much taller than him.
I was like, am I dealing with like 12-foot tall person over here? I knew the other two were short, but I was like, ugh.
No,
I'll have you know I'm 5'8".
5'8", 5'8" and 3/4. So I say everyone get on synth with the two smaller ones, so there's plenty of room.
Sylvia, you hear kind of in the back of your head. It's very quiet, but you hear. Bring, 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 bring.
I'm gonna pet Synth before I get on her.
She's very receptive to it.
Tails
Who's
wagging.
been a good girl?
Like she hasn't felt the touch of another pet.
Hello?
Whenever you do that, you hear a voice in your head, and your hand goes up to your temple, and you hear, "Who's
Wait, what?
This is going on inside Sylvia's head.
Ah,
I
what
didn't
is
hear
this?
what you said.
Oh, sorry. Let me find it real quick. Use your magic, warding wind.
Okay. I'm gonna use my magic. Warding wind?
Do you announce this to the rest of the group?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to make you use a slot for this because it's an outside force telling you to do it. But as you cast Warding Wind, where usually kind of a bubble would appear around you and it push stuff away from you, now it's almost as if tornadoes are coming out from beneath you, and you start to levitate along with anything else you'd like to levitate.
Ooh.
Burgly blurgle.
Is that so?
Yes. And if the others are accepting, they can also levitate with this. Like in their own controllable tornado.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Okay.
DM, is it
And then,
sorry,
yeah.
is it possible to like get on synth and then do the tornado that way?
Yeah, Synth has her own tornado.
Hey, okay, cool.
It's pretty much anything that Jordan wants to have a tornado has a tornado.
Okay.
But do you know, I can't remember his name, but he's the red robot guy from Justice League.
Red tornado.
Yeah, pretty much imagine that, but
Okay.
it's just wind instead of red tornado.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
And then, of course, since you guys are thinking about the port, the little icon in your vision appears at where the port is.
Okay.
Okay, so are we going, or what's going on?
Nice,
Yeah, you guys can. Okay, you guys pretty much have flight now. So if you guys want to fly to the port, or you can fly wherever you want.
What?
You guys can head the opposite direction if you want.
I say we head to the port.
Yeah, let's do this.
Well then, y'all head to the port. beneath you, it's not moving or destroying anything, but like that you guys are flying over. But you seemingly levitate with ease, and you head about 20 or so miles an hour towards the port. And then whenever you guys get there, you see a few different things, but I'm actually gonna have to remember what exactly is at the port real quick. So, Tyler, perfect. Now would be time for a break.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Because I have this wrote up. I just gotta find it real quick.
Oh, you're good. We will go to break.
We shall break
Right.
in half.
By the way, I like how you just didn't even question the random phone call that's like, use Ward of Wind.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not questioning a lot of
Like,
things.
sure.
I mean, hey, it works.
I
The pain and the pleasure all come together. There is no reason why. The pain and the pleasure all come together. There's no reason why. Don't play that. I got my demons, they don't know I'm fierce enough to let them go. It's like a fire, a stranglehold. I wish I was invincible.
Today, Nasada sends off a ship to the moon for a so-called test, but something seems wrong.
Did you see that explosion in the sky? Word from Nasada is this was all part of the plan.
My whole life, I thought my father abandoned me.
He had to leave.
For my own good? You know, that has never made sense to me.
He was needed.
Yeah, I needed him here. How long have you known?
6 years?
What?
It's when I started training.
Three on one, you beat on my boys. How'd you think this was gonna go, kid?
Tommy!
There ain't no heroes, nobody coming to save you. It's just me.
My name's Tyler Bueno, and I play Kirk Schuyler in Who We Really Are.
I'm Brandon Shane, and I play Tim Sanchez.
I'm Speed Washington, and I play the character of Melissa.
My name's Robin Dawn, and I play Aaron.
My name is Dallas Grant, and I play Donovan.
My name is Quentin Huckabee, and I play Garrett.
Hi, my name is Caleb Lynn, and I play Gregory Pops Holmes in the upcoming production of Who We Really Are.
Spent so many hours just trying to write this stupid first page. He relates. I think he's relatable. He has a lot of dreams.
The third thing about Tim, I really like the relationship him and Kurt have, and also he's, a ladies' man.
The favorite thing about Pops is he's a really down-to-earth guy. He really understands where he comes from. He's got a firm grasp on his beliefs, and I really, really respect that.
My favorite thing about Melissa, that she is strong, because, I don't know, it shows more that she's real and that we all have faults, and we end up sometimes slipping back into those faults, but there are times when we can get out of them, so she doesn't use it as a backbone, but it's something that she's afraid of, and she tries to move forward from it.
He's actually someone I've never played before, but I kind of relate because he gets fixated on things. And I know he kind of comes off as a jerk, but he's not trying to. He's a working person.
I like how sarcastic she is. Makes it a really fun role to play.
I really like his arc and the journey that he kind of takes throughout the play.
But should people come see the show? Well, it's always good to support local talent, isn't it?
Gives you opening to someplace that's real. It's someplace that we a lot in Midwest don't address.
We talk about homelessness, we talk about domestic abuse, we talk about purpose. I think anybody who comes to the show, doesn't matter if you have faith or not, could really pull something from this.
It's about real people, real things, and real situations that happen. So it's really cool to get to see that in a stage and see people problem solve real life.
To find my way.
Ask all of my friends and they'll tell you I'm the nicest, but not if you're in mother freaking ISIS.
Hi, my name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow. Well, I'm a point guard. I got shoe game and
Be gone, fuck!
You either buckle down and do your work or you'll end up at McDonald's.
We going to McDonald's if I don't do my work?
No!
When your mom's being a bitch.
you can have your skateboard back tomorrow.
Shut up!
Oh shit! Oh shit! No! Hell no! Go fetch! Go!
Hey Susan, wanna go for a ride?
I was probably gonna have like one more encounter with V and then call it.
All right, we are back.
Ow, that hurts. Okay, as you guys are flying in, the port has a bunch of ships, like some big, some small, couple like cruise liner looking ones that are like red and gold with the red, white, and gold with the King Quincy hue on it. And there's a crap load of people and businesses down by the docks. But there is one person who he doesn't stick out, but all of you for some reason immediately catch him in your eye, pretty much, and he's kind of in a dark alley.
Okay. I say I feel like that's our man. Be on your guard. Everything seems not in our favor. So just be prepared to defend yourself if we need to. And I head down.
As you guys are like landing, you kind of land like Storm does whenever she lands. Where the tornado kind of dissipates whenever you guys make ground fall. And the guy is noticeably wearing something that doesn't look like anything else that you've seen before.
Okay.
It's the best way to describe it is a trench coat and a fedora. And he's wearing a pair of goggles that look really weird because they're really dark, and they look to be made out of like a weird shiny material that doesn't look like metal. Plastic. And he's standing like in the middle of the alleyway, just looking you dead in the eyes, or you'd assume. The glass on the goggles are blackened.
Okay. I will kind of lead and head towards him and say, hello there. My name is Kanan Doom. We were summoned or brought here, not summoned, but we were brought here to be protectors of this land. The king didn't quite know, but we intercepted a message saying to meet someone here at the port. Are you him?
Took a lot longer than I thought you would to get here. I sent the pigeon directly to your window. But that's never the matter. You all are in more danger than I think you realize.
Makes a lot of sense with everything going on. Tell me, who are you?
My name is Derek Stone, and I'm not from this world. I don't think that you'll understand, but I'm from a place called New York City. These creatures and people and magic bullcrap, they don't even know what's happening. But I have been investigating this crap for the last 10 years. And then, all of a sudden, one day, Statue of Liberty starts shooting purple light into the air, crystals take over the whole city, and then boom, gone. I'm stuck in a crystal, get thawed out, and I'm unlucky enough to be one of the ones that the goblins bring back.
So you were also brought here.
You guys got brought back by the dwarves. Much nicer. You're chosen, as they say.
Yeah, that is what the king has said. So, you're from a place called New York City, which, okay, very interesting, and what you're wearing is very interesting as well. But if what's going on, they don't understand what's going on, then do you mind shedding some light on the subject? Because we are all very lost and confused.
Well, I know a lot about what's happening, but I don't think I know the whole story yet. See, where I'm from, everything's much different, but you've already got that. I was part of an elite team of what you guys would call guards, but we called them cops. I was a detective. I was scheduled to be meeting up with my partner about 5 years ago. Still can't find her, but that's beside the point. We were sent out to investigate a strange cultist who was seemingly kidnapping people at random, and then they would show up gone the next day. We found his little cave. We found some bullcrap about kings and queens and worlds and power. And we found the number 54 writ all over it. Now, these people here, they seem to be... They don't all seem to be here mentally. Like, that Ruby girl, right? You guys watched her just disintegrate.
Right.
Whenever she entered the castle. And nobody batted an eye. Her mother scooped her up into a dustpan and took her out somewhere.
How do you know that?
Well, I've been watching you guys, especially you, little short one. I was outside your window with the pigeon until you scared it off.
Why were you outside my...
Because the people who get brought back aren't in control, are in control of themselves. The people here, like, watch this. He heads to the back door of one of the places and opens it up, and like a chunky guy, kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, can I help you with something? And he's like, this one right here. He's not even gonna acknowledge us. And then the guy is standing there like, well, if I can sell you anything, I'd be happy to. He's like, it's hard to understand. They're not real, or at least they're not real. You know?
Does that count for the king too?
That's what I can't figure out. There was a prophecy that I mean, all that mumbo jumbo crap. But one of the things that we found in there was a drawing of a mountain. There was what would appear to be like a medieval jester at the bottom of the mountain. And then there was a king at the top of the mountain. And the mountain was split up into 1,000 parts. And the jester was slowly moved up each time, and it's on like level 54. So we're thinking that this jester, magical jester or something, is destroying worlds somehow. But
wow,
I can't figure out anything past that because all the people here, Rage. I tried to talk to Rage. Those guys are the worst. Like, they keep going off of stupid crap. Like this is some sort of video game or something. The leader, he's a good guy. He was a good kid. I remember him. He grew up in the precinct I was over. Now that he's here, he's this big hot shot. I don't know who the Angela character, the Gerald, or the Enoch guy is, but I know that Roger used to just be a kid, and then he gets here, gets all these abilities, and now he's a different person.
Huh.
What about the no touching? Do you know about that?
I don't, but I do know that I have tried touching people before, and all that's gotten me is a rash on my leg that I can't get rid of, and a few memories transferred from the person to me. And I guess some of my memories transferred back to them. I can't remember, but I know I have gaps in my memory now.
I want to see
Interesting.
Not that I don't believe him, but I do want to see if I can just kind of feel that he is being truthful. So can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh yeah, he's telling the truth, all right. That is a 9.
Well, you feel like he's being pretty truthful.
Okay.
But there is that little tiny hint of doubt.
Okay.
That he's not being untruthful. He's just being, from his perspective, this is what is the truth.
Gotcha. Okay.
By the way, that other group that showed up, there's been 3 groups of chosen ones. You guys, whatever you're gonna call yourselves, Rage, which was the first one, and then there was a middle group. They disbanded immediately once they got to the castle. They're kind of scattered about. I think 2 of them died already, but they just didn't want to be a part of this whole heroic business, and so they scattered. One of them's got a farm outside of town, and then the other one's got a bar somewhere.
Okay. Do you know any of their names?
I wasn't able to get a hold of them before the king talked to them about how special they are.
Why was it important for you to get a hold of them before the king told them they were special?
Well, because now I don't know where they're at. I got you guys while you were still in the town, so I can tell you this, because, you guys understand, right? You guys came from a different place, frozen in a mountain or something, saw a big purple light.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And, do either of you guys, I know this is going to sound weird, but do either of you guys, any of you guys, talk to a god or something, like a deity?
I do.
I do.
Alright, have you heard anything from them?
A lot of static and confusion.
That's what I'm afraid of. I don't have much information on what's happening now, but I do know that somewhere this mad jester is in this world currently. He could be with the elves, but they've locked themselves into seclusion after the thing happened, and they won't let any humans, dwarfs, magical creature in other than elves.
Well, that makes sense because when we got here, there were 3 elves who tried to get us killed. So they hired 3 brothers to basically bring us in so we could be science experiments.
The grass triplets, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're dead now. They disintegrated just like that Ruby girl.
Oh.
That's why I'm thinking that these people aren't real. Because, see, they just disappear whenever they aren't needed anymore. And, like, they're just gone. And it's like, well, what does that mean? I think that if you individuals who are chosen find the right people and talk to the right people, this whole situation can be dealt with, and we can stop the jester. But I have no information and no power in this place. These people will hardly even talk to me, because they say that I'm crazy whenever I start pushing them too much. Like, this guy right here, who's still listening to us talk, if you ask him what we're talking about, he'll respond to you. But here, look, and he turns over to him and is like, I'd like a 2x4 with tuna stapled to it. And the barkeep looks over at him and he's like, I don't think we have that here, sir. But can I get you guys anything? And says that to you four.
No, thank you.
And the guy's like,
No.
I know this sounds crazy, but right now this is all I have to go with. And the king, you might be getting some misconceptions about the king. I don't feel like the king is aware of his importance.
That could be true. He seems
Wouldn't he be aware of his importance?
To the conspiracy, that is.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he's just, shall we say, putting it in polite terms, not all there.
That's a bit rude, short one, but I see where you're coming from. The
I
more
wouldn't-
we talk,
Now we're putting it politely. I gotta set something much ruder.
the more we talk, the more the town seems to close in on us. Did you guys see anything in the woods before you flew over here?
We didn't see anything, but Milo heard something, and I did a check of the area, and there was a lot of dark but good energy at the same time.
That is part of rage. It's the hunter fellow, Garrett. He can't fly, but he sure is fast, and he seems to have a mighty fine look at that dog you got with you.
That's what I was afraid of. So, what do you think? Do you think that he's, I don't know, do you think he's spying on us?
He pulls out a small, like, rectangle that has, like, a weird screen on the front.
Okay.
And it kind of, like, makes a boop, 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 boop. He's like, well, unless he knows that you're talking to me and is concealing himself, he doesn't show up on my radar, so I think we're fine on this one. But that is where we'll have to call this conversation quits, because if you listen to the world around you, it'll pick up when you're doing something right. And after he says that, you guys notice that the bustling port is silent.
Oh.
Like, the people in the bar have stopped, like, laughing and talking and stuff. The, like, ships have stopped honking and crap.
Okay.
But you guys just need to blend in. Use that. You guys probably have money. Like, use that, buy some stuff. You know, play along for a while. Try to get as much information as you can, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Will do. And, yeah. I do say one more thing. I say, we kind of lied about the orientation. They assume that we went to it, but we know nothing of what they want us to do.
Oh, well, the last team got their orientation. A bit of a recap. You will be working alongside Rage to form kind of a secondary squad. While Rage is dealing with major threats, you will be dealing with minor threats, like a group of goblins is attacking civilians. Someone's crops won't grow properly because someone put a curse on it or something. You know, stuff like that. Real, like, almost side mission-y kind of crap.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you, Derek. If we need anything, hopefully you'll just be a message away.
Right. All right. You folk take care of yourself. And he turns around and kind of does the, like, puts the trench coat wings up over his face and walks around the corner.
All right. So I turn back to the rest of them and I say, what do you all think we should do?
I mean, do you trust that guy?
I believe he was telling the truth, but we came here together. It sounds like there were 3 summons. We're the 3rd summons, so we need to do this as a team, all of us. Because going ahead forward with this, there could be death there. There could be loss. There could be no going back home. So what do you all want to do?
I mean, I really don't have much of a home to go back to anyway, so might as well forge ahead. I don't have anything to lose.
What about you, Sunri?
I think that I agree with you in that we need to take extra care and caution. Blend in, but be careful. So I'm leery about it.
And what about you, Sylvia?
This will just be another piece to the tale of Sylvia.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh.
The tale where Sylvia saves the world.
Shall be the stuff of legend.
Very well.
They might even write tribute songs about it.
Oh my god. Well, if we're gonna stay here and do what they would like us to do while we try to figure out what's really going on, we're going to need a name. Something better than Rage. Any ideas?
1 small, 3 talls. Or 2 smalls, 1 too tall. Too fast, too furious.
Well, well, we do have a bard on our team, and I hate to admit it, but I feel like Synth is going to be probably our mascot. So, I'm not a creative type. I'm a paladin, but what about synthesizers?
I like that name.
About
Especially since the bard
Crystal.
I've got
it. If you say Crystal Scythe, I'm throwing you into the ocean.
What?
If you say Crystal Scythe, I'm throwing you into the ocean.
No.
No.
I was gonna say, referencing like the Crystal Mountain shards that we came out of. So like something like the Crystallize or the Crystal Mountain.
The Crystal Meth.
Or, hear me out. I've got it.
Let's hear
Sylvia and the synthesizers.
You had me until you said Sylvia.
Well, I mean, the legend of Sylvia alone will strike fear into the hearts of all of those that challenge us.
Yes, well, when you go on your solo act, for sure. But right now we are a team.
You're right. When I go on my solo act, it will just be Sylvia, the legend. But with you three, well, you 2.5,
Oof.
it will be synthesizers.
How about this?
Fine, I get it. We don't have to put Sylvia in the title. It's fine. Synthesizers it is. I like it. It works. I'm just saying, I feel like there's room for growth later on.
Then synthesizers.
Hold on.
What? Yes, Milo.
What if we're the... You know how Rage was like their first name? Well, we'd be the... Mix.
The
MKs. The
macaques.
We're... What about if we're the Sickums? The Sickum. That's...
How about we put it to a vote? All for synthesizer, say aye. Aye.
Sylvia and the synthesizers, aye.
It's not all about you, Sylvia.
Milo is.
What is it not
though? About you.
Milo is.
You know, Milo, I believe when the legend of Sylvia is told and children grow up listening to it from their parents, I'll make sure that when that legend is told, there's a very short part in there for you.
Kanan, please.
I'm just saying. It seems like 3 out of 4 want synthesizers, and one of us wants Sylvia in front of it. So,
like I said, we don't have to do that now. We can do it later.
I said that's what we call ourselves.
Sure. Yes.
Do not worry. Trust me. And then I go to pat his head.
Knocked him unconscious. Beat his head in.
Oh!
Actually, did you do that to Milo?
Yeah.
Okay. Milo, buddy, old pal friend.
Oh no! What?
As he goes to touch your head, it feels like static electric, like somebody rubbed your hair with a balloon. With his armor.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's not supposed to be. What happened?
But as he goes to reach for you, his armor kind of gives off a static. It feels like static cling, and your hair kind of rises. But the second he makes contact with your head, you pass out.
Oh God!
Jeez.
But it's very temporary, and it pretty much just looks like you went okay.
And I look at my hand, I'm like, oh.
But in that time period, you're standing there, and there's an old man in front of you in a dimly lit cabin with a fireplace, and you can hear 3 kids kind of off in the distance, but the old man steps back and goes, "There we go, I think I screwed the right bolts back in." And you can see a full-length mirror across from you, and you see your own reflection, and it is of pretty much a giant robot.
And I'm like, whoa, what is this? Can I? Not necessarily a hotness check, but can I roll like an amazement check or something?
Like a coolness check? Yeah, let me roll that for you.
Okay.
It's a 12, but with V's stats, that's going to be an 18. So, it's pretty freaking dope.
I'm like,
you look tricked out. You're 9 foot tall now. You can feel the strength in your arms. You feel like you could just grab this old man and rip him in half if you wanted.
It's like, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh, this could, like, what happened? I don't know what happened. It's cool. I'll show that cat who's boss. And I look at the old man. I'm like, "What's your name, old man?"
Oh, I seem to have fixed your wiring. Well,
my wiring. Yes, yes. I'm all fixed. I'm good as new. I'm better than new. I'm awesome. Did you do this?
well, of
Is
course.
this why I'm here? Did you bring me here?
After the war, they decommissioned all of you Warforged, so I took one of you home. You fixed you up for the kids. I do wish that your memories lasted longer than a few hours, but for the time being, the kids have been waiting to play with you in the yard for a couple hours now, but I've been working on you.
The kids, yes. I love children. I love children, right? Yes.
Right. I sure do hope so.
Oh, yeah. Bring on the little scamps. I bet they're just waiting for all this. And I'm just like flexing in the fucking mirror.
My God.
Yeah.
You're flexing your big Warforged muscles, and while you're doing that, it seems almost like a mouse or something moving in your direct bottom line of vision. But you glance down at it to see what it is, and it appears to be like a man climbing like a ladder almost, but he's very small. And then after seeing this, you blink and you blink back, and you're in the alleyway right after he patted your head.
Oh. And I'm like, and I look up and I notice that he's standing above me, and I'm like, no, wait a minute, where was it? You don't understand. I was huge. I was large. I was powerful. Like, now I'm here, and I'm small. And
it's okay. He woke up right in front of us again, right?
Yeah, it looked like he closed his eyes for a few seconds, almost he was enjoying the pat on the head.
Oh, gotcha.
But then of course he comes back almost frantic.
It's okay. If I need to stop patting you on the head, I will. I didn't mean to insult you.
No. I had I passed out, and I was seeing an old man, and I was a big robot of some sort, some metal contraption that I was in.
A metal contraption.
And he was talking about kids, and I was getting ready to play with children. And then I snap back, and I'm here.
Were there 3 children?
I think he mentioned 3.
Cindery, do you remember the dream that you had?
Yeah, it sounds similar to what I had. It was like a weird robot thing
I had one
that
too.
I was in.
I was in a closet, and I reached for the door, and I had like a robotic arm. Or a wooden metal arm. How about you, Sylvia?
Me too.
Sylvia, did you experience anything like that?
Is Sylvia still alive?
I don't know.
Ruby says from the grave.
Sylvia experienced something similar. I was told that my bolts were loose, I guess.
Interesting.
And I seen what seemed to be a monstrosity, but I thought it was just a nightmare.
All right.
Well, that's kind of weird that we've had the same vision or dream or whatever.
I don't think it's a dream. I think there's something else going on here. But if it happens again, we need to make sure we tell each other what happened. Keep it amongst ourselves for now.
Yes, I agree.
But I said we head back. We see what we need to do. Maybe get some clothes in town and get ourselves comfortable, and let them know the synthesizers are here to help.
Yes.
So
That's right. We do need to let them know that Sylvia and the synthesizers. I agree with you, Paladin. You are very wise.
Yes, my bard friend.
I just realized, does Sylvia talk to himself and refer to himself?
Sounds like it.
You don't understand. Sylvia is writing his own legacy, his destiny, one could say.
Wow.
And in that
Well, I love
destiny,
it,
you have been
and
very
you should.
fortunate enough to meet Sylvia.
So
you will be a part of the story.
I imagine the live action adaptation. Tom Hardy plays Sylvia.
Sylvia was born in the dark.
There's no other actor that could play Sylvia the Legend.
Oh.
God.
And that, you guys leaving the alleyway, is a cutoff point right there.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
So question, do we want to play this tomorrow or do we want to play DC? I'm down for either one.
Well, I'm interested in what you have in mind for the changes.
We have a few more sessions for those changes, so.
Before those changes happen?
Yep. So
how much do you want us to change?
Depends on the character. So.
Be prepared.
Just be prepared. So,
be prepared.
I will tell. I mean, I can talk to you guys
we're already
right now about it.
Super changed.
Huh?
Yeah.
Other than
Wyatt doesn't know. Wyatt doesn't know. Yes, we have changed. However, I am not enjoying part of it, and so I'm wanting to reboot the whole thing. So a flashpoint will happen.
Like reboot the entire second season.
Reboot the whole thing. The whole thing.
Oh.
Start fresh.
Okay. Nice.
So far what I have, and I'll talk to you guys right now about it. Basically, lineage will change for some of you. So Serena will no longer be Dick and Harley's daughter. Sorry, but
daughter.
she will be Damien and Raven's daughter. And
could possibly be a descendant of Sylvia.
Possibly a descendant of a robot with the voice of one.
House or Oswald is the son of Constantine. However, Constantine ended up sacrificing his life to save Cyborg, so Cyborg ended up adopting Oswald as his own. But Oswald is the older of Davy and Oswald. So do with that as you will. Max goes back to being Azrael's son and not Bruce's, and Batman is dead in this world. Damien has stepped up to become Batman. Bridge is also no longer Hush's son, but he is Jon Stewart and Hot Girl's child.
Hot Girl.
Oh.
So, those are the changes that I have made.
Does that mean he's black instead of?
Well, he's Hispanic and black. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh
wait, yeah, because Hot Girl is whatever Hot Girl is.
Before I bail off of here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear everybody's thoughts on Sylvia. Did you enjoy having this character being
Yes.
Ridiculously
Yes.
cat-like.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Being a little bean boy.
I think it melded perfectly because some of the things that, like, I want, like, just naturally started playing off because of the things that you kind of like I mentioned earlier, you kind of followed suit with some of Milo's veiled insults into straight up like, well, fuck that guy. I'll throw his food on the ground. Like,
Do you
I
know?
threw it
Do you
on
know
the
what
ground.
Do you know what I imagine Milo and Sylvia's relationship like?
What?
Thing, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Maybe you have, but Wild Wild West, where
Oh!
Will Smith
Oh!
and the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.